Hello, Kushal. Can you hear me?
Hi, Hari. How are you?
I'm fine. Where are you from, basically?
I'm from Mumbai.
Oh, great, great, great. You're from Mumbai. So, how's your place now?
Good. We're
Okay.
getting better.
Okay. So I just wanted to kind of have some insights from your side. Because, in the case of you're still focusing on equities, right?
So I do derivatives
Okay.
for a trading perspective,
Okay.
but I that is a very recent development.
Okay. Fine.
Since about 4 years, 3 to 4 years, I'm doing equity for investment.
Okay. So you were investing in equities, basically.
In equity investing, whatever you save, little bit you invest,
Hmm.
just to keep it like. Otherwise, you end up spending more. So I've always been a person who saves. So I first put my savings aside and then I do whatever I
That's
want to
great.
after.
So, what field are you from? What field are you from, basically?
They're into real estate
Okay.
development
Mumbai,
in Mumbai, based in Maharashtra.
Maharashtra. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. So
So I've always been my own business really
that's
from
great.
day one.
That's great.
So started when I was 18.
Okay.
So always had that culture of investing and saving
Okay.
for days. But yeah, since the last 3 4 months, I felt like might as well try to do a little trading.
Okay. So I
So,
guess we both have the same specs.
yeah, actually.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, before joining the class, I've always done equity investment based on company profiles and balance sheets and all.
Fundamentals, basically.
Yeah, but I've never seen technical analysis of
Okay.
how you been teaching it. So I think finally the technical analysis is important in terms of the trading perspective.
Yeah, definitely. Like when it comes to fundamentals, like without looking at the charts, also we can basically get it. But like if you look, you can actually like the perk that we have is somebody who's actually fine with technicals. Like if
Right.
you can definitely like I'm not telling you you can time your entries, but then you get an idea. Okay, this is a good time, or like the price is actually not at the peak or something like that. So
Exactly.
yeah.
I guess trading is very important. What I could merely understand in the last 4 months. Obviously, it's the most volatile months that we've seen,
The
and
toughest.
I would, yeah, and I would,
It's very tough. Yeah.
yeah, I would not really recommend any
Hmm.
new, person to enter.
Hmm.
So in March, I actually took a very big loss also.
Okay.
After that is when I joined this course with
Okay.
you. But of course, the loss I had to. I mean, I'm not going to just sleep over it. I
Mm-hmm.
have to come back in the game and obviously with more caution. So I
Okay.
had invested. I'm not discussing equity at all because that's been going on and that I'm not interested.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a very long term view.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens, kind of a thing. It's okay.
Definitely. Yeah. You are young also, so that like long term, like we have a lot of time basically. So
Exactly. And I mean, if you compare it to FDs and all,
mm,
it'll definitely give you more returns
yes.
eventually. If you're looking at an investment perspective. So yeah, in terms of derivatives, I just started investing before the market circuited down twice.
Okay. Okay.
So that is where I got a. So that's where I actually said that I need to get a little more knowledge on it
Mm.
before you do anything. But I think that was a situation that was not in anybody's hands. I
No,
don't
no,
think
no.
any.
See, like it's not just you. Like all the people who are investing from some good time, they have actually made a loss over here. Now the thing is that but the good investors, like the good investors, meaning the people who actually believed in the decisions that they took, what they did is they have accumulated more. So,
Right.
for example, I kind of like took it as a chance to average out on Tata Motors,
Right.
almost all the quality stocks. But now, if you see, okay, it has kind of started showing some green. Like he went after kind of like, and we have a yeah. So that is actually the time. This is like where you can actually accumulate more quality names. Definitely, we can't say that okay, this is the bottom. So for long term point of view, it is always the best. So like I personally like I started investing like for example like we eat food from outside, right?
Right.
Like we eat food from outside. So while I was in college, like I was just thinking, okay, if I something like a 300 rupee or a 400 rupee, okay, maybe I'll be having to skip like one weekend's food from out. That's it. But
Right.
but when you look back, okay, so I'm not telling you I made a big money with that. But then what kind of happened is that like when we kind of look back, like we kind of started developing that habit. So if that 400 was there in our SB, maybe we must have used it up. But now it's kind of something that we are actually carrying forward. So definitely,
Right.
yes. You also started at the age of 18, so that's great.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
hmm,
that's how you have to kind of think forward, no, little bit.
okay,
So yeah.
yes. So, like right now, like, I'm kind of concentrating on some like balancing my portfolio with some arbitrage funds too. Like these kind of
Okay.
volatilities, like it's kind of good. There's like when these kind of volatilities happen, like even if the market is falling down, the arbitrage funds basically gives us a decent return.
Okay. So any fund in particular that you're
I'm
investing
using
in?
the Nippon arbitrage
Or-
fund as well.
Okay.
You can just
Okay.
have a look at it. Like it just gives like an 8% return, but in a negative side market also, it
Right.
performs really good. Like when the markets are most volatile, that is when the arbitrage funds perform the best. Now once the
So on
market,
a lump sum basis.
yeah, exactly. So once the
Okay.
this thing subsidizes, once the volatility subsidizes, then you can actually what do you say, reallocate it, balance your portfolio once again. So
Okay. Okay.
that is a good option. You can basically look at. So Kushal, like I just wanted to know like how you find our strategies, all these things. I just wanted your feedback. Listen, like if there is something that we can work upon. So some mistakes that you must have done as a beginner, like it could help others also. That's why.
So I mean, obviously to begin with, the strategies have helped a lot.
Okay.
So that's a definite standpoint. I mean, it gives me more clarity and more confidence to invest. Let's
Okay.
let's hold it on that side.
Okay.
So that is positively a great move. Leaving that aside, I mean, a very small thing. I was always trading with HDFC securities. So
Okay.
when you recommended Zerodha, it saved me like
Okay.
1,000.
Okay. So, like Kushal, like I just need like something like some like for somebody who's actually starting off the markets. Okay. So if you like from your side, something that you have actually felt for yourself. If I did this earlier, it would have been much better. Okay. Like as a trader, as an individual trader, some things that you have actually learned with practice. So if you could share that, like you can actually pass it on to beginners.
So, firstly, I think a really big thing in the market is patience.
Hmm.
So that is one thing which I am not very patient as a person.
Okay.
So I always feel like I've used patience. I'll even give you a near-term example for it once I'm done. But yeah, so back in the day, there are three things that patience has helped me with, and that eventually it kind of links to what you've been training for. So
Okay.
as I go on, I mean, I think it'll become clear. So I think like patience in the equity market is something which maybe today you're seeing so many jumps and so many skips. So like, your price has come, you quickly get out or you quickly get back in. But in a normal state, there will not be this kind of fluctuation.
Okay.
So to maximize your profit, I think you follow the trend and patience is very important.
Okay.
I have never traded with a stop loss till April, till when we started the course with you.
Okay.
So I think the stop loss has made a lot of difference. I would say it has probably saved me a lot
Okay.
because my one vision is I may be different from other people, but money I lost,
Hmm.
I consider it as profit
Okay.
because I could have lost it, right? I
Okay.
mean, so let's look at it on a positive note.
Okay.
Otherwise, you tend to ponder, "Yeah, could have done this, could have done this."
Hmm.
There's no point, could have. See the good, positive side of it and move on.
Okay, fine, fine, fine. I get your logic. So you kind of don't take it personally.
There's no sense taking this personally because I've realized if you use your emotions in it, you're always going to be zero.
Mm-hmm.
Then a big thing that used to happen was at a point where, say, for example, like say you've not kept a stop loss, or say emotions played with you, and I've been on the negative side. So say I'm in a negative 10,000 or 30,000 or 40,000. The minute it comes to zero, you exit.
Yes.
So there I use the risk reward. If I've risked 30,000,
Mm.
I should be ready to again let that go a little negative if it has to, but I should at least try to get off with some profit.
Mm-hmm.
Because what have I done? Use the risk for that. Technically, the risk has got me no reward.
Yes, exactly.
So
So
I
kind
think
of stay disciplined with the risk to reward ratio setups.
exactly.
So that
So
is,
I
yeah,
mean,
so that is one common mistake that people who start off actually make. So like even though they know okay risk to reward has to be followed, but that there is that monkey mind that kind of tells us you you can do this, do that. So that like
yeah,
that. But we only learn from our mistakes. Like how much ever we
of
read in
course,
books, how much ever we learn from others. Like we only do learn that from the mistakes that we personally make. That is also.
absolutely. See, you after every day is an adventure. Whoever saw these days coming?
Hmm.
If somebody tells me I knew about it, I'm not ready to believe. I'll
Frank,
ask you the question. Frankly, did you see these days in the market
no,
with your
never.
experience?
No, no,
How
no.
can you say? Nobody can say they've seen it.
Hmm.
And some two, three people have told me, had you invested with me, I would have given you 20% returns, 25% returns. And I only have one thing to reply. Listen, you're giving 25, come you invest with me, I'll give you 40% return. You'll never see your capital ever again. I mean, look, if people could witness it at 33,000 bank nifty, you would short it and forget about it, right? If you knew it's gonna go to 15, 16,000,
Exactly.
I mean, I have bought the bank nifty at 32,000 in February when
Hmm.
I was traveling. I did a trade,
Hmm.
and that's how I clearly remember that. Okay, I exited the trade, whatever.
Hmm.
But if you could foresee this situation, I would have just shorted and gone to sleep. No, I would have shorted one lot and gone to sleep. Why would I even wait?
Exactly.
So I mean, yeah, that's something which another thing I've learned to kind of do is if you take a position, I put it up on the group also that day when I traded in escorts.
Hmm.
Once it starts rising, I sometimes book a certain amount of profit and then trail my stop loss to cost.
Okay.
That's something which the chart says
Yes,
obviously enabled.
that's like what I have been following. Like that is something that has actually made a big difference in my trading career. Like every
Yeah, I
like my first priority, I kind of make sure that my risk is actually cut off. I trail it
yeah.
as my stop. Even with like some marginal profits, I like basically trail my stop. Now, if I get a move, fine, I'm happy. Else, like I just exit my position with some small profits. So I,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
okay. See, profit is profit. I would say break even is also good, but rather try to save a loss.
exactly. So
Let's
now
look at
the
it.
situation is like that. Like we really don't know what is going to happen because markets are kind of changing direction.
Exactly. So that is, I mean, something which has really made a lot of difference. Another real life example, I'll give you two more examples. I mean, if
Sure,
it
sure,
could
sure,
help.
sure.
From day one, I've always basically been into economics, right?
Okay.
So economics and analysis of every country
Hmm.
can help you, like how with my equity, I told you, balance
Hmm.
sheet, countries, economics, trend, whatever. It can help you to a certain level. Obviously, the minute I mixed it up with the financial charts and the technicals that you have taught us, that's where I would look at it this way: the two dots get connected.
Perfect.
So that is another major thing, to really look at. Another thing, the two examples are when I mentioned to you that you don't let emotions come in the middle of your trading. Not even 2 weeks back, 7 days back, I had a short position on